you can't come with that anymore, right? Ready from the opening tip, but also number two, when you're going against Team USA, which I believe everyone always is a little extra pumped up to do. This is not just isolation one-on-one, I'm better than you so I can score. This team is playing connected basketball.
Let's see if they can cause some doubt for the Americans. Team USA in the home whites. They'll have the first possession. Left to right on your screen, Carly Day alongside Amy Oliver. Thanks for joining us wherever you are, however you're doing so. Joyce Edwards with the first two, and Olivia Miles with the dish. Back in Tokyo 2 Olympics ago. Edwards on the push. Finds Smith this time right on the money. And then Edwards showing you the versatility that we've seen here throughout this tournament, the ability to handle the back. Edwards to lip, but couldn't finish on the jumper. Miles pushing, had it slapped out of her hands. That's good transition D by Mexico. Now they have numbers. Ramos to the rim. Blew the layup, Lara cleans it up.
That was a 3-on-1 situation in transition, great option to score.
Blakes drills the three. Ramos stripped. Edwards tosses it ahead. Blakes attacking the rim. Nice move. The 6 boards go along with her 15 points per game, leading her team in scoring. Blakes comes up with another steal. Miles finishes the layup.
And this is just a size advantage for Maddie Blakes up top. Venezuela.
Jeffries spinning, falling away, can't get it to drop. Nothing really falling for Mexico. How about this to fall? As Jeffries comes away with the turnover and lays it in.
The cherry on the top, it's not 2, it's 3.
Yeah.
Haka has kind of created an overreaction. That's how Mexico has to stay in the fight here.
Edwards at the nail, Van Sluten, good up fake. Jeffries on the show and go. Jaquez is fouled for 3.
Big bodies in the paint. You want to capitalize on those opportunities.
Needkins in the paint, that's pure. But only started with the national team program back in 2023, so all of this is new to her as well with this young squad. Hidalgo for 3. Venezuela, Nostalki on her back. Gaelos, who just checked into the game, was ripped by Hidalgo. Needkins to Hidalgo. And Hannah Hidalgo putting on a show here in the last couple of minutes. Jeffries now at the foul line with the jab step. Euro. Tough layup opportunity, not there. And Sluten doing her best to stay in front of her. And Jeffries sticks with it, gets another possession for Mexico, and puts it in with the scream at the end. Ramirez hesitation dribble. And able to get to the rim that time.
You gotta be quick, but that if you rush that or you're flustered, boom the other way.
Needkins is open for 3. Indeed. Team USA shooting 58% from deep coming into this game. Ramirez again getting to the basket. The defense, Team USA has been locking in defensively. Stalky at the nail. Turns and goes. Nice pass inside of Van Sluten.
Well, you probably know this. First Spartan on Team USA.
Seems to be in the mix of every loose ball. Jeffries between 3 defenders, somehow weaving her way through traffic. Lara got it and able to get the float to go home. Madison Beers comes up with a fresh 14 for Team USA. Miles inside to Edwards. High-low pass. Beers is fouled. She'll go to the line.
First couple words, first couple lines aren't actually on the clipboard about the basketball. It's looking at their players and instructing them because you're competing for your country. The intangibles matter more than anything. They're kind of relenting on a couple of their drive opportunities right now.
Booker on the fall away. Can't get it to go, but Blakes is there to put it back in.
On the shoulders of the offense with the screen setting, which it is, you have to be planted and your guard has to go off your right. But if the defense doesn't fight too tough on those, a lot of times they're non-calls.
Blakes comes off the curl and drops in another 2. Valenzuela inside to Jaquez. Good defense there by Miles, comes up with the strip. Miles, no look pass to Edwards.
My gosh. she's always looking to a corner and then.
Miles running again. This time she'll take it herself. Olivia Miles right to the tin. Valdez, her shot not there, but Martinez following up.
It in the locker room, right?
Wajay couldn't handle the pass as she was hitting on the cut. Gaielos right back to Valdez. Challenged by Van Sloten, but was able to kiss it off the window.
But really collected herself and almost looked like she fumbled the ball too. That's a big time finish.
It's her first two. Look at Jeffries reading that play. On the strip, Jeffries to the basket. Euro stepping her way to the 10. St. Johnson with the ball on a string. Van Sloten with the lay. Gaielos can't get a look off in time. And that's how we'll end the first half of play. Gonzalez, Jaquez, Ramos, and Laura. Neatkins drills the three right out of the gate.
And not at all when it was a first initiated.
A backdoor cut there. Smith read it. Booker on the run. Right to the rim. Smith all over her. Ramirez with the hesitation dribble. Skip past this side. Gonzalez tees up the three. That's good.
And guess what? She has shown up and shown that every single day here. I'm not going to stop at half court and let you catch your breath. The big offensive rebound put back.
Just going to make it over the timeline. There's Laura stopping and popping. Indeed. Edwards at the nail. Great footwork to get around Laura. Here it is, Amy.
Thank you. I really wanted to see that again. Yeah.
Ramirez attacking Smith. Smith got a piece of it. And here's Miles on the push with numbers. Nice feed to Neatkins.
Setting up different types of defenses. There it is right there. That was the first one.
Jaquez rejects the screen. And that's the first time we've seen her aggressive, and it paid off. At the World Cup pre-qualifying tournament last year, she averaged 21 points and just under 8 rebounds per game. So she has the ability to score buckets in bunches as Edwards puts in another.
Just in this quarter, watch it. Touch pass. And
Booker in that high-low situation, she knew where the ball had to go because Miles kind of led her with her eyes. As Jeffries with the Euro step the other way. Van Sloten at the nail. Too strong, she's going to follow her own. Smith from the corner. Indeed. Van Sloten was smiling right at the nail and wanted that pass. She's going to set a screen that Miles rejects. Miles with another no-look to Stolke.
Rack him up.
And Hidalgo will check in for Miles. Here's another look.
It looks like she's looking at us.
Yeah.
Right on the baseline. And don't cut me no 10 seconds. Like, I want the full, I want to relive all of these.
That's going to count as Ramirez getting past Miles that time. 8 assisted counting for Miles, by the way, in this basketball game. And I have a feeling she's not done. Anna Hidalgo with a steal. Tell me if you've heard that before. Neatkins on the drive. Bounce pass into Van Sloten. Crossing over. She'll take the three. Got it to touch the rim, and Beers pulls it down. Neatkins, nothing but nylon on the triple. 5% from three-point range last season with Utah. A blur is Hannah Hidalgo. Can't finish the layup. Blinks on the follow. Van Sloten, another offensive rebound for Team USA. And here is Neatkins for three. That's bulletin board material for a lot of these teams. Brazil have looked.
You want Gianna feeling very good and confident going into these next rounds.
Hidalgo with the strip and lay. Under a minute to play here in this third quarter. And another steal by Hidalgo. Gets it out in front to Blakes. Gaielos in front of her. Blakes takes the hit and lays it in. Team USA pouring it on right now here in this third. Gaielos to the rim. Puts an end to that run. Valenzuela will try for three. Indeed. Neepkins able to get by Jaquez that time.
And also, she's just an incredibly strong athlete, too. She is not going to get bullied.
There she is on the pull. Rhythm jump shot for Blakes. Reagan Beers into the game now for Team USA. Joining Van Sluten as, Anissa Jeffries. And even her defender, Van Sluten, was smiling about that one. Beers will try a three. That's pure. Edwards to the corner. Blake with the shot. Can't get it to go. Audie Crooks, who just checked into the game, was rejected that time. One of the best scorers in the nation. Led the Big 12 in scoring last year. Top 10 nationally. Averaging 23.4 points per game. You see her contesting that jump shot. But it lands in the hands of Jeffries, who's able to finish from the field. Laura tosses up a hook. Can't get it to go. Crooks with the rebound. Smith on the 45 for three. You start to think about that matchup a little bit, Amy. And Anissa Jeffries, who's on the rock right now, will be going to that game with some level of momentum. And if you can get...
I'd love to see if Mexico can get some of their shooters ignited a bit. Right? See if you can catch some fire and keep that moving forward. Blake's with the rip, steal, and finish. That's what this is all about right now.
Team USA coming into this game was averaging 24.
Practice that right now in real time against another great defense.
Hidalgo finds Edwards inside, and she lays it in, and that's going to lead into a timeout. Still has some work to do in terms of seeding as Jaquez is blocked. Flage saved it, and Olivia Miles, who's back on the floor, kicks it out to Smith for three. Miles now with her 9th assist in the game. Draws Team USA in that quarterfinal matchup. They have to look at this team and understand that while they're young, they're extremely poised, and they've been in big-time games, big-time situations before. As Audie Crooks, the bench is going to erupt when she finally gets one to fall.
And Olivia Miles, 10 assists now.
Yeah.
Not stopping anytime soon.
Now she'll take it herself.
Now it's all right. Let's get this 3D.
Kicks it out to Flage. She knows Flage is the only one that hasn't scored. Crooks top of the key. Stolke battling, and Stolke puts it in.
Fundamental basketball.
There she is again on the tough D. Gaielos, backdoor cut. Ramos able to find two.
Cardoso and Dantas away from the rim a little bit.
Flage trying to find Stolke somehow. It pinballs into the hands of Crooks, who lays it in. Johnson comes up with the block, and that shot coming after the horn. What a way to end it.